One, two, three.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another married talk show, edition 64. And thank you so much for joining us on the show today. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is the Married Talk Show. And on this powerful talk show, we discuss about how to make our marriage work, how to make our marriage blissful, how to make our marriage enjoyable, and Happy New Year. On today's show, we will be giving out free airtime to everyone that is joining us from Nigeria, West Africa. The only thing I'm asking from you is to please share your phone number with us in the comment section for you to receive your free airtime. And this is a new year. This is another wonderful opportunity for us to wish you a happy new year, a prosperous new year. And we do this free airtime giveaway once in a while to encourage our listener who wants to join the show and don't have data to join. And this is our only two way to support you and to encourage you to come back. So please do me a favor. In the comment section, number one, let us know where you're joining us from. Number two, please drop your phone number in the comment section so that you can get your free airtime. And again, welcome back on the show. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is the Married Talk Show. The goal of this Married Talk Show is two. Number one is to help married couples to remain married. And the second goal is to help young adults to choose right. And please do us a favor to share this show on your social media platform. This is a better gift that you can give to anybody that you know that are married or anybody that are looking up to embrace this wonderful institution called marriage. Without further delay, I have a wonderful guest on the show today. And this person is Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi. And I can tell you that you are in for another wonderful time today. And before I bring her on, Happy New Year. I hope you're enjoying the year already. I pray that God will make this year the best year ever for you and for your family and the loved ones. And the Lord will perfect everything that concerns you this new year and beyond in Jesus' mighty name. Welcome with me today to the show, Miss Olajumoke Ajayi, all the way from West Africa. Before I give you the flower, ma, do you have anything you want our viewers?
I want to say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for having me, Madam Cecelia World. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. And I believe that we are in for a good time. We're going to have a very nice and interactive session, deep talking from the bottom of my heart and things that we all can relate with. So once again, thank you for having me. And thanks to everybody for joining the show.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Olajumoke, for joining us on the show. Please tuning down from another universe. Anyway, we have so many people on tonight, and they are ready for you and to share from your wisdom. And my prayer
And my
tonight is
prayer
that
tonight
the
is
Holy
that the Holy
Spirit
Spirit
will take
will take
preeminent of
preeminence of
everything,
everything,
that whatever
that
you're going to
whatever
do
you're going
today,
to
or we're
do
going to
or
do
we're
today,
going to do
will
today
be from
will
God
be from
Himself,
God Himself,
and
and lives will be
around
changed around
positively in
positively
Jesus'
in
mighty name.
Jesus' mighty name.
So,
Amen. So,
to
to
introduce you
introduce
formally
you
to our
formally to our
speaker,
speaker,
her name is
her name is
Olajumoke.
Olajumoke.
She is the
She is
visionary,
the visionary,
fearless
fearless
networker group,
network group,
and our
and our
passion
passion
is
is
specifically for
specifically for
female child.
female child.
She likes to
She
catch
likes to
them
catch
young,
them young,
to let them
let
know
them
what to
know what
expect,
expect,
especially after
especially
they
after
have
you have
teenagers,
teenagers,
years, and all
years, and
that.
all that.
And Mrs.
And Mrs.
Olajumoke,
Olajumoke
she's keen about
keen
family,
about family.
she's keen about
She's keen
marriage,
about marriage,
she's keen about
keen
children,
about children,
raising godly
raising godly
children,
children,
and she is
and she
actually
is
on
actually on
Facebook
Facebook
and
and
also on
also on
Instagram and
Instagram
YouTube.
and YouTube.
If you would like to
If you would
connect
like
with
to
her,
connect with
as
her,
strongly
I
advise,
strongly advise,
please check the
please check the
banner
banner
playing below.
playing below.
You can
You can
actually connect
actually
with our
connect
guest
with our
speaker,
guest speaker,
Mrs.
Ms.
Olajumoke
Olajumoke
Ajayi.
Ajayi.
Contact her.
Contact her.
If you have
We have
short
short
gathering, you want to
gathering. You want to
inspire
inspire
families,
families.
right?
Right?
Mrs.
Mrs.
Olajumoke
Olajumoke
is
is
somebody that you need
somebody
to
that you
talk
need
to.
to talk to.
And I pray
And
that
I pray that
she will bless
she will
us
bless us
and lives will
and
be
lives will
changed
be
positively.
positively.
Welcome back on the
Welcome
show,
back on the show.
and thank you for
And thank
joining.
you for joining.
Um,
Um,
I normally
I
ask
normally ask
my
my
audience
audience
questions.
questions.
Again, with the
Again,
help of
with the
God,
help of
with
God,
the help of the
with the
sweet
help
Holy
of the sweet
Spirit,
Holy Spirit,
this is Eddie.
this is Eddie.
We've been doing
With
this show for a long time, and you are actually our guest number 60, I believe, because we've had so many people on the show back to back. And I normally ask my guest speakers two questions before I allow you to drive the show and lead us today.
today,
So the first
so the first
question
question
I am going
I
to
am
ask
going to ask
you
you
is,
is,
what do you
what do
think
you think
marriage is
marriage
all
is
about?
all about?
And the
And
second
the
question,
second question,
which is the
which is
main
the
reason why
main
we
reason
have
why
this
we
show
have the
today,
show today,
is,
is,
do you think
do you
marriage is
think
hard
marriage
work?
is hard work?
And our
And
topic
our
tonight
topic tonight
is around
is around
commitment.
commitment.
Do you
Do
think
you think
commitment
commitment
make
make
marriage
marriage
hard work,
hard work
if not
if
practical?
not
And same
practical?
thing goes for relationship. For people that are in a relationship,
And
do you
same
think commitment can actually
thing
make
goes for
relationship
relationship. For people that are in a
difficult
relationship,
and
do you
hard
think
work,
commitment can
if
actually
not
make
practical?
relationship difficult and hard
Over
work
to you.
if not
And thank
practical?
you so much for joining us on the show
Over
tonight. We love you.
to you.
Over to you,
And
man.
thank you so much. Okay,
Over
thank
to you,
you.
man.
Thank you once again for having me. So I'll answer the first question first. Yes, marriage is a beautiful thing that was ordained by God, and God made it specially, created it specially for one man and one woman. And I have heard severally how people say marriage is overrated, marriage just complicates things, and different things that people say about marriage. And the truth is that, like I said earlier, marriage is a beautiful thing. But the devil always finds a way to just come. Oh, okay, I get that. I'll mute when I'm not speaking. All right, thank you. All right, so marriage. So, like I was saying, that some people think that marriage complicates things. Marriage is just overrated and all of that. But the truth is that the devil comes to spoil everything that is good, right? And that's why you see a lot of people bringing out talks about the fact that I was in an abusive marriage or divorce here and there and all of that, right? because marriage is a beautiful thing that the devil is actually trying to spoil, right? All right. So marriage is something that God ordained by God. One man, one woman, matured people, matured emotionally, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, and permit me to say all the other kind of allies, right? Because you could be old and be of age and not be matured in all of these areas, right? But you could not even be that age and be matured in all of these areas. So marriage is important in the fact that you are supposed to be prepared in all of these things that I've mentioned, again, emotionally, physically, maritally, mentally, spiritually, mentally, and something that people see, they project marriage as bad and all of that. And that's why it's very important that talk shows like this are very important, where we let people know that marriage is good. People have good marriages, oh, people have very good marriages, but they are trying to just cover it up because you see the bad ones all over the place, and so they are trying to cover up their own. So yeah, marriage is a good thing, beautiful, ordained by God.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ma, for that
Thank you so much.
wonderful short introduction. We really, really appreciate you. I would like you to please talk more about marriage. Because over here in the part of the world that I live, there is so many, we have so many definitions to marriage. In fact, young kids, children now are even confused because when you walk into store, you will see different uh, baby products, shirts, bottles, bead, where they try to, advertise same-sex marriage. And I can only imagine if you have a baby and you buy all those products for the baby, right from when they're baby up to when they're growing up, they would really, really get confused. So on this marriage talk show, everything is faith based. We talk about what the Bible says about marriage. And I also believe that you are also a faith based person. We would like you to please, in your own little word, expatiate a little bit on what marriage is all about. Because, like I said, marriage has been given different meanings over the world now. So we'd like you to please help us with that before we move into the second question. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So when God, thank you very much once again. So when God created marriage, he created Adam and he created Eve. So marriage is between one man, I said that earlier, and one woman, not two men, not two women, not a man and a beast, or a man and an animal, or not a woman and an animal, right? It is a man and a woman. And like we would say, it's not Adam and Steve, it's Adam and Eve. It's not Eve and what's the female name now, right? So it is one man and one woman, right? So all these things that we are saying, all these things that we are seeing now is just a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie from the pit of hell. And so, yes, we cannot overemphasize the fact that these things are out there. They are all these things are being celebrated, same sex. In fact, you're watching a movie, you're watching a cartoon, right? It's there. A child is saying, I have two dads. A child is saying, I have two moms, right? Which is not supposed to be. I was talking to my sister a while back, and they are just relocated then. And then she came back home and she was telling her mom that a teacher introduced a wife to her, right? A teacher, and she didn't even know where to start from because the confusion is so much. She didn't even know where to start from. So that is just a confusion that is all over the place, that is there. And that's why, like I said earlier, talk shows like these are important to let people know that it is between a man and a woman, matured people that are ready to settle down, that are ready to commit. Because love sometimes, yeah, I'm sure we have heard a lot of times that love is okay, love is, I love him, I love her, so I want to get married to him or her. Sometimes love is not enough. There is more than all of that, right? So the foundation, yes, somebody is saying that that's the foundational manual for marriage, a man and a woman, matured people that are ready to commit, that are ready to put in the work of marriage.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
For
for
that powerful introduction and
introduction and
definition
then
about marriage.
marriage.
Now to the second
Second
question.
question.
Do you think
Do you think marriage
requires a hard
requires a
work?
hard work?
And do you
And do
think
you think
commitment
commitment
can make a
can make a marriage
difficult and
difficult
hard
and
work
hard work
if not
if
practical?
not practical?
We would like you
We would
to
like you to
really deep dive
deep
into
dive
it,
into it,
and
and
also
also
everything
everything
that
that's
encompasses
encompassing.
marriage, so that our viewers at home can learn and lives can be changed positively. Thank you so much, Ma.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. So yes, I would say marriage is work. I wouldn't say hard work, but I would say marriage is work. And why is marriage work? Because, like I said earlier, love is sometimes not enough. In fact, love is not enough. Love is good. The butterflies are beautiful. It is wonderful. But then commitment is what actually sustains the marriage. That's what makes the man or the woman stay, despite the hardship, despite the changes that you will see, despite everything. Is commitment that would make you stay in the marriage. And so, like I said earlier, many people enter into marriage because they are in love. They have the butterflies. They are physically attracted to the lady or the guy, and they feel like, okay, we communicate. I mean, we connect on all kind of levels. We are good, and then they just get into the marriage, and they are preparing for the wedding, and they're forgetting that marriage is a lifelong thing, right? Not just the wedding. So they are prepared for the wedding alone, and then they get into marriage and they see certain things, and then there is shock, like, and then they're like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I'm ready for this, because they were not prepared. That's what I was saying during the introduction earlier, that it has to do with being matured in every area. Mentally, emotionally, there are some things that you have to take, right? There are some things that you have to put down your own ego for the other person. That's where commitment comes in. So commitment basically is what makes your marriage stay. The butterflies is wonderful. The love is great. Yes, those are the boxes that you first tick. But then commitment is what makes you stay in the marriage. Commitment is what makes a spouse stay, even when things are turned around, even when there are circumstances that you cannot even understand, right? It's commitment that will make you stay. Basically, commitment is the decision to stay, whether things are going on right or not, whether things are perfect or not, whether everything is rosy or not, because the truth is, marriage is not a bed of roses, basically. So commitment is what makes you stay in the marriage. And like I said earlier on, that love is not enough. Yeah, I'm sure we have even heard this a lot, where people ask that, is love enough? Excuse me, is love enough? The truth is that love is not enough. It's good, it's the foundation, is what makes you attract, is what makes you say, okay, I want to spend time with this person. But then commitment is what makes you stay. All right, so the truth, like I said, is that marriage is not sustained by love, but love brings people together. Commitment is what makes them stay. So as I dig deeper, I want to talk about certain things, about maybe 4 or 5 things that we are just going to expand, right? So I'm going to start with number 1. What does commitment now really mean in marriage? Like I've been saying, commitment is what makes you stay. Commitment is what makes you stay, right? So let's establish, what does commitment even now mean in marriage? Number 1 is that commitment means choosing your spouse every day, even on hard days. Choosing your spouse every day, even on hard days. The truth is that that person that you married, some years into the marriage, you're going to be wondering, wait, is this the person that I fell in love with? Is it the person that I actually love? Is it the person that I care about? Sometimes you're even going to do some things, right? You're going to do some things, and your spouse is going to be wondering, like, I never knew this about you, and vice versa, right? So choosing your spouse in the hard days when things are tough financially, when things are tough emotionally, when things are just tough generally, choosing your spouse over and over again, that is commitment. Number 2 is commitment means staying faithful to your spouse emotionally, physically, and mentally. Emotionally, physically, and mentally. That's why I said that if you are getting into marriage, you need to be matured in all of these areas. So are you emotionally matured to handle things that come? Are you mentally matured to handle things that come? Yeah, you might be physically matured, but what about emotionally? What about mentally? Are you matured enough to handle it? So commitment is staying faithful to your spouse. That even when things are tough, your head is not telling you to move or to go or to look for the easy way out. Your head is not telling you that. Your head is telling you to stay. So mentally, you know that I am staying in this marriage for better, for worse, whatsoever the thing that life is going to throw at me, I'm going to stay in this marriage, right? You're staying committed physically. Your body is for that man. Your body is for that woman. You're not going around and saying that polygamy is, what's that thing that they say now? Men are polygamous in nature. I don't want to shake tables now. Men are polygamous in nature. Is it women that are not polygamous in nature? It's commitment that holds you. It's commitment that makes you hold yourself. The truth is that you would always see someone that is more beautiful than your spouse. You see someone that is more handsome than your spouse. You see someone that has better qualities. There are certain qualities that you saw about your spouse that made you go ahead, right? You will see someone that has better qualities than your spouse. You won't say, because this person has these qualities now, I'm done with you and I want to go to this person. No, commitment is what makes you stay despite seeing other qualities that you probably like in other people, right? Okay, so I've mentioned staying focused. Staying faithful emotionally, physically, and mentally. That's commitment. Commitment is also being responsible for the marriage. And by being responsible, I mean both of you, not only one person, right? Remember I said marriage is work.
Yes.
You can't put your marriage on autopilot and say, now I'm married, and then you just sit down and relax. No, it's not possible. That marriage cannot work. You both have to put in the work. Speak your spouse's love language. Be there physically. Be there emotionally. Be there mentally. Be there in every area that your spouse needs you. Is very important, right? So being responsible for your marriage is commitment, right? So both of you are happy together. And that's why many marriages fail. Everybody's thinking about me. It's just me. Once it's not convenient, they opt out. When things are not making sense, they run away, right? But commitment is you taking responsibility. When you take responsibility, like, this thing must work. It's either it works or it works. There's no going back, right? So marriage is you being responsible, basically. Commitment rather is being responsible for your marriage. And then the fourth thing I want to talk about what commitment means is that commitment means saying I'm here to work it out, not I'll leave if I'm unhappy. I think I've kind of mentioned this in passing. I'm here, I'm going to work it out. I'm not going to run away at the slightest challenge, because there will be challenges. For those that are just getting married, for those of us that are here and you're just cutting, there will be challenges. It's not a bed of roses. So commitment is saying that I'm going to stay here despite whatever it is that comes in. I'm not going to leave when I'm unhappy. I'm not going to say I'm choosing myself. I choose me. That's this generation's language. I choose me. And when there's a little challenge, they run away. And you hear that the marriage of 1 year, 2 years has broken because they are choosing themselves. They are forgetting that it's a responsibility of both the man and the woman. And then commitment also is the decision to stay, to grow, to forgive, and to build together. I'll say that again. To stay. I've said a lot about staying. Grow together. Grow together, because the person that you are in the first year of marriage is probably not the same person you're going to be in the 5th year of your marriage, because you are growing, you are evolving. But are both of you growing together? Is it just only you that is growing, and then you're leaving your spouse behind, and then you get to a particular level and you feel like this person is not my standard anymore because you are not growing together, right? So as you are growing, you are holding your spouse, you're carrying your spouse along. You people are growing together, career-wise, business-wise. So it's a decision to grow together, and every other wise, right? I just mentioned career and business-wise, right? So you're growing together. Commitment is that you are ready to forgive, because your spouse will thank you. We do things that you'll be wondering, like, okay, right? Are you ready to forgive? So commitment is forgiving, building together, long after you people have evolved. When emotions are, I was speaking to a group of people, and somebody was saying that she sometimes used to look for the butterflies and she can't find the butterflies anymore. That is inside movies that she used to see the butterflies. And I just laughed. And the truth is that there are some times that you will not even find it. Like that gish thing that you're feeling, you will find it at some point. It's commitment that will make you continue to stay there in that marriage. Whether now, and what I mean by sometimes the butterflies are gone is, I don't mean that it's gone. I mean that there are some times that at that moment you're not feeling it, but it doesn't mean that you don't love that person. So when you're not feeling it at that time, does that mean that you're going to run away? No. So commitment is staying in all of this. Should I go ahead, or do you have any question for me?
Please, you can go ahead, ma.
All right. So I've talked about what commitment is. So I want to move on to talk about what happens when commitment is missing. What happens when commitment is missing? So we have established the fact that commitment is important in marriage. Is important. Is what makes that marriage stay, right? So what happens when commitment is missing? Number one is that small issues now become big conflicts. Small issues become big conflicts. So little things you have heard, I'm sure we all on this live now, we have heard situations where people separate because someone is pressing toothpaste from the bottom, the other person is pressing toothpaste from the middle. Someone is not closing the toilet seats. Another person says, why don't you close the toilet seats now? Another person says, you're not removing your clothes. I mean, put your clothes in the right places. Why don't you just scatter, and different things, right? So small issues become big conflicts because there is no commitment. So when commitment is missing, small issues become big conflicts. And then you're hearing that they are getting separated, they are separating themselves, and you're wondering, what is going on? So when there is a situation like that there's no commitment, little disagreement is a threat to the marriage. As little as you are pressing toothpaste here and you're doing this here is a threat to the marriage, right? What happens when commitment is missing? It's easy for you to give up on that marriage. The first thing that you think about is, I can't do this anymore. I need my space. So you want to just leave the marriage, you just want to go, right? So it's easy to give up when commitment is not there. So a marriage without commitment is like a house without foundation. Bible says if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? So if you're building a house without a foundation, that house is going to crumble, right? So commitment is like building a house with foundation and vice versa, right? So divorce and separation, like I said earlier, becomes the first option when there is no commitment. That's the first thing you're thinking about. Let's go our separate ways. You're not even thinking of, let's sit down, let's have a discussion, let's see a therapist, let's see a counselor. The first thing you're thinking about is how to run away, how to opt out. All right. What happens when commitment is missing? Another thing I want to say is that there is increased infidelity and disloyalty. There's increased infidelity and disloyalty because you are not committed to this person. When commitment is weak, there are no boundaries. So you can do anything. You don't have boundaries. So nothing is what's the word now? Nothing is a cross.
Holding you down.
Yes, nothing is keeping you from doing what is wrong. So you can sleep with anybody, you can have an affair with anybody and do all of that, right? So when there is no commitment, or when the commitment is weak, there are no boundaries, and then your heart is open to affairs, emotional affairs, physical affairs, disrespect, neglect. All of these things happen when commitment is missing. And then the fourth thing, which is very important that I want to talk about, is that the children suffer. The children suffer. The family would suffer because there is no commitment. You can decide that you just want to go for 3 weeks and not come back home. Why? Because you're not committed. You have to do. When they see you, they see you. You can decide that you just want to use 1 week and not come back because you are not committed. When they see you, they see you, right? So the children are affected. They don't have their dad, the presence of their dad. They don't have the presence of their mother, depending on the situation, depending on who is not committed in that marriage, right? So the children are affected. The family is affected. There's no bond. There's no unity. And when this happens, we are raising broken kids. We are raising broken kids, and then they grow up, and because of the way they were raised, they do like that, and then it becomes a cycle, and then it keeps going on and on and on like that. So when there is no commitment, the children are affected, the family front is affected. All right. So having talked about what happens when commitment is missing, now I want to talk about how commitment now positively affects marriage. How commitment positively affects marriage. You are seeing what happens when commitment is missing. So how does commitment affect marriage? Commitment creates security, and that's just it. It creates security. When both partners are at peace with each other, there is no insecurity. You don't have to be thinking of checking your spouse's phone. You don't have to be worried that because your spouse is late, he didn't come home early, or she didn't come home early. You're not thinking that he's doing something naughty or she's doing something naughty, right? So when both of you are committed to each other, you can vouch. You can vouch for your spouse that I know where he is now. I know what he's doing right now. I know where she is now. I know what she's doing right now, right? So there is security in that marriage, right? Even if you forget your birthday, for example, I was having I had a talk show with my sister a while back, and we're talking about the fact that sometimes what happens when your spouse forgets your birthday? What happens when your spouse forgets your birthday? And there were several things that we talked about. Now, when there is no commitment, your head will be thinking of another thing. You'll be thinking that he has forgotten because there's another lady somewhere, or because he's now emotionally attached to somebody else, right? But when you both are committed to each other, you are sure that there is nothing. He probably just forgot, or she probably just forgot. Or maybe she's planning something and that's why she has not wished you happy birthday early in the morning, right? So when there is commitment, there is security. You have peace of mind. You are not afraid of being abandoned. You are not afraid that there is cheat. You are cheating on this person. Someone is cheating on you or something. Both of you are vulnerable with one another. Sometimes I wonder how your spouse is not somebody that you can be vulnerable with. Your spouse is somebody that you're supposed to be vulnerable with in every area. Business is not going well. Talk to your spouse about it. You have a crush in the office because it happens. Talk to your spouse about it. There is somebody that is eating on you. Talk to your spouse about it. These are things that will help. Once you have said it, I always say something about speaking. The solution might not come immediately, but there is something about talking about it that makes it kind of reduce the tension or the burden at that time. So you're supposed to be able to be vulnerable with your spouse. So commitment makes you do that, right? So I've talked about all of these things I mentioned is talking about the fact that commitment creates security, right? Commitment also encourages growth. I've kind of talked about it in passing. Like both of you are supposed to grow. You know that there's no other way. You have to do well. The marriage has to work. You're not opting out, you're not running away. So you have to know, right, that this marriage has to work. And so you both of you have to grow together. If you are taking a course, if he's taking a course on marriage, you should be taking a course on marriage. If you're reading a book, both of you should be reading the book together. If you're praying, both of you should be praying together. If you're seeing a therapist or a counselor, both of you should see the counselor together. Not that one person wants to see the counselor and the other person is saying, I don't want to go and share my dirty linen in public, right? So both of you know that it's either it works or it works. So you are on the same page. You are on the same page every single time. Commitment is both of you acknowledging, right? Anytime you're at fault, you acknowledge that you are wrong. Not you using, not you gaslighting or making the other person feel wrong when you are wrong. No, commitment is acknowledging that, oh, okay, yes, I did this, I did a wrong thing, and I'm sorry, I'm going to work on it, right? So commitment encourages growth for both couples, emotionally, mentally, physically, career-wise, business-wise, and every other area. Commitment strengthens trust. It strengthens trust. So you're supposed to be able to trust your spouse, right? That's what commitment does. When action matches promises, truth is established. If you are telling your spouse, I love you, I care about you, I can, all of those promises that you're making, those actions, those promises, they are fine. But your actions, are they correlating? Are they correlating with those promises that you're making? So when that happens, then it's beautiful. There is trust that is built. Now, I mentioned 3 things. I talked about peace, I talked about growth, and I talked about trust. The truth is that these 3 things are the elements of a good marriage. Where there is peace, where there is trust, and where there is growth, that marriage is going to be beautiful. And I mentioned that under the fact that commitment, that is what commitment does. So you can see that we cannot remove commitment. It's a non-negotiable in marriage. You cannot remove it. If you're getting married, you know that you're going to be committed to this person. You're going to be committed to this person. All right. Now, let me talk about why commitment feels difficult. Why commitment feels difficult for couples today. And I'm going to try to be as practical as I can be. Why is it that commitment is difficult for people today? Number one is that there are unrealistic expectations everywhere.
Before you go on,
you want to say something, ma'am?
Before you go on,
okay.
I would like us to take a break.
I will break
so that our viewers at home can use this opportunity to digest more on all you said. And also, we have free gifts for everyone that is joining us from Nigeria, West Africa. We want our viewers at home to please drop their phone number in the comment section. If you don't want to do that, you can go on our Facebook page where we are streaming live, and you can send us a direct message. Doing so will help us to quickly get your free airtime to you. And also for people joining on YouTube, please drop your phone number in the comment section so that we can get the free gift to you. And now we'll be going on a short break. Then when we come back, our guest speaker will take us on the next important talk. On the show tonight, if you're just joining us, We're talking about commitment, how this can actually makes marriage difficult if not practiced and if not done right. And our guest speaker, she has done so many justice to this. Please stay tuned with us, and we will be back for more powerful insight. Thank you for joining us today. Please enjoy this short break. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on tonight's Married Talk Show. And the topic we've been talking about is commitment, how this can actually make marriage a hard work and difficult if not done, if not practiced. And on the show tonight, we have Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi. She's a well known author, a seasoned um, talk show author, and she's also the CEO of PLS Network. And she's very, very passionate about marriage, family, and especially female children. And she's on Facebook, and she has been helping us with the help of God and with the help of sweet Holy Spirit to talk about the importance of commitment in marriage. And we'll be having her back on the show to continue to talk to us about this important truth that can actually make our marriage and relationship blissful if we actually put it to practice. Welcome back, Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi. Uh, I believe that you will be able to join us shortly. Welcome back, my yes, we can see you now. Uh, you are actually muted. We would like you to continue from where you stop, Ma. And
Continue
thank you
from
for
where you
joining.
stop, Ma. And thank
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for staying tuned and not leaving. All right, and I believe that so far you have learned one or two things. All right, so we have talked about several things about commitment. When commitment is missing, what happens? When there's commitment, what happens? And we talked about the elements of marriage, which actually makes commitment work in marriage. So as we go further, I'm going to talk about why commitment feels difficult for many couples today. I started with that, so we'll just continue from there. All right. So why commitment feels difficult for many couples today? And I started to say that number one is the fact that we have unrealistic expectations. We have unrealistic expectations. We watch lots of movies and there is so much, permit me to use the word delulu, and you feel like everything is just wonderful and beautiful and fantastic and amazing and all of that. And then you're looking for that in your marriage. But the truth is that marriage is not a bed of roses. The truth is that there will be challenges in marriage, but marriage is beautiful if you are married to the right person. Marriage is beautiful, and I think that more people should things that are good. I think we should put there some more so that people can see. People can see. I was speaking to a young person a while back, and the person was telling me that he doesn't want to get married.
Wow.
Several marriages that he has around him, just 1 year, 2 years, the marriage is no more existing. The marriage is crumbled, right? And so it's discouraged. And what's the point? Like, I was at their wedding, I saw how beautiful it was. I saw this and this and this and this, and today they are no more together, right? So people with good marriages should at least, yes, we know that you want to cover the good thing that God has done for you. Yes, but it's also good that you are an inspiration. Your marriage is an inspiration. So there is so much delusion and all of that out there about how marriage should be, right? Social media and all of that. So all of these things create unrealistic expectations. And so people just feel like I'm not ready and all of that. So unrealistic expectation is one of the reasons why commitment feels difficult today, right? I'm just going to. So you have so many people saying things about. You hear young ladies saying that you still they love like this, or you hear young guys saying you still they love like this, right? So they are going into marriage to just protect themselves. They just want to do it because that's the next thing to be done. I've done my masters, I've done my this thing. I just want to. That's the next thing to be done. But then they are going into it because. Not because of any other thing, but let's just do it. And then they're thinking about themselves alone in marriage, right? So many things all over social media. I'm just like, I don't think I want to commit. So I don't think I want to do this. So I want to keep myself. I want to keep my marriage and all of that. So that's one of the reasons why commitment seems difficult. Fear of sacrifices. People are not ready to make sacrifices. People are not ready to make sacrifices. They are thinking about themselves. In fact, if I summarize all of these points under why commitment feels difficult, the summary of everything, the big umbrella is being selfish. People are just thinking about themselves alone. You're not ready to make sacrifice. A lot of people are thinking that it's only the woman that should make sacrifices. But no, sacrifices should be both ways. The man should make sacrifices as well as the woman. Both of you should make sacrifices. That is how it could work. So they are afraid of making sacrifices. Like, okay, if I make the sacrifice at the end of the day, won't they come back and haunt me? Won't there be issues? Won't there be this? Won't there be that? So sacrifices, I feel sacrifice is a problem. Self-centered mindset. That's why I said everything is just under the big umbrella of selfishness, right? And then the most important one, or the last one, not the most important, is the poor understanding of marriage. And I think I've established this over and over again earlier on, that people are prepared for the wedding, they are not prepared for the marriage. So when there is a small challenge, say, this is not what I bargained for, and then they want to run away. they want to opt out of the marriage, right? So how then, we have seen all of these things, commitment is here, this commitment is that, how then can people now begin to, or couples begin to practice commitment? How can they begin to practice commitment? Number one is to choose communication. Communicate, talk. Please, silent treatment is not the best way. Keeping malice is not the best way. Yes, maybe at the heat of the issue, you don't want to talk about it. Yes, it's fine. But after a few hours, when you have cooled down, and when he has cooled down, or vice versa, talk about the issue. It is important to talk. Your spouse is not a mind reader. Your spouse cannot automatically read your mind and know what is going on in your mind if you don't say it. Yes, there are certain expectations. You expect that he is supposed to do something, or she expects that you're supposed to do something. But when they are not doing it, then talk about it. Talk about it. So choose communication over silence. Talk about it. Don't withdraw. Don't withdraw, please. Don't withdraw. Don't keep malice, right? Address the issue as early as you can, so that it doesn't begin to become bigger and bigger. And there was a proverb I wanted to say, but I don't know, some people might not understand it. But what the proverb means is that when something is staying long, it becomes bigger. Like you will now be overthinking and be putting meaning and putting reason and putting this thing. So talk about it and let it go. And in your talking about it, be ready to forgive. Be ready to forgive. Very important. Then number two, you need to prioritize your marriage. Prioritize your marriage. Like I said, when you asked me, I said marriage is work. You cannot put your marriage on autopilot. Marriage doesn't work that way. Yes, now I'm married and then you just sit down and relax. No, there is plenty work that you will do. There are lots of work that you will do, right? So prioritize your marriage. Yes, we know that you are the boss at your place of work. We know that you have a business to run. We know that you have other things that are going on, but your marriage is very important. So prioritize it. Let it be your number one, the number one thing that you want to prioritize above every other thing, right? Is when you are happy at home that you can go out and function properly. If you're not happy at home, you'll probably be grumpy and moody for the rest of the day, right? So it's important that your marriage works. You prioritize it, make sure it works, so that every of your life would come easy. It will work, for you. So prioritize. So prioritize your marriage. You need to give it yourself. By prioritizing means you're giving your marriage time. You're giving it attention. You're putting all the effort. And like I said, it's not only one person's work. It's not only the woman's work, or it's not only the man's work. It's both of you that will put in the work. Number three is that you need to keep your promises. Keep your promises, no matter how small it is. So when you have made maybe there was an issue that was raised, for example, and then you say that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this again. I'm sorry, I'll do better, right? If you're doing that, right? I mean, if you had promised that, make sure you are doing it. Make sure you're trying your best to do it. Not that you just promise by mouth and then you're not doing what you promised. So it's important that you keep your promises, no matter how small, no matter how little. Keep your promises. If you say you will not do it again, try and not do it again. If you now, maybe for example, because you are human, and then maybe you do that thing again, right? And I'm okay, don't let me go there. But then just make sure that you're keeping your promises. Make sure you're keeping your promises. Then the fourth thing is be dependable. Can your spouse depend on you? Can your spouse depend on you? So be dependable. It's very important that you are reliable. He can rely on you. She can rely on you. He knows that you have it all. You're going to take care of things even when he's away. She's going to take care of things when she's away, right? They can depend on you in every area of your life, every area of life. And the thing is that reliability builds trust. You trust your spouse because you know that this person is not going to do this person is not going to do that. So your mind is at rest. That's how I was saying that once your home front is working perfectly, it automatically helps you. It helps your journey. It helps your the every other area of your life. Like that's if you're married though. And for if you're not even married, let it be something that you put in your head that when my marriage works, every other thing is going to just come easy without any problem. And the last thing before I conclude this today is that you need to remember your vows. Remember your vows. So when you're making your vow, like the generic one is for better, for worse, till death do us part, and all of that. But do you know that in the mind of people, they are not saying for better, for worse. So they are saying which was, I rebuke was, for better, for good. I mean, for better, for stay, for richer, for stay, or something. That's something else that they are saying in their head. It's something else that they are saying in their mind, right? So it is important that those vows that you said in the front of God, in the front of the pastor, in front of your family members and your loved ones, you stick to it. It was not just poetic. You didn't just come and write poem. It's something that you should always remember that I said it are things that are supposed to hold me and keep me in the marriage, right? And I forgot to mention something, that in communication, make sure that you are hearing your spouse. A lot of people listen, I mean, they are not listening to what their spouse is saying. They are listening to, you see they are listening to, there's something in their head that they are processing, or they are processed and they are programmed, and that is what they are hearing. They're not hearing what that person is saying. So it's important that you are hearing, not just go and pick one thing and say this is what he's saying. No, hear what your spouse is saying. Hear him, hear her, what she's saying in communication, not just in any other way or in any other aspect. So remember your vows. Like I said, it's important. It's not just poetic. Those are lifelong responsibilities, basically. All right. So as I conclude tonight, I just want to say that commitment is not staying because it is easy. In fact, commitment means staying in everything, easy, hard, staying there, easy or hard. And please, I need to say that when I'm saying easy, hard, I'm not saying stay in an abusive marriage. Oh, please, I need to establish it. It is something that is going to affect you physically, or that you're going to be harmed in that marriage. No, I'm talking about other challenges, right? I'm not talking about abuse right now. They are two different things. So commitment is staying because it is not staying because it is easy. It is staying because you promised, you took a vow, you picked this person, you chose this person, right? And so you value your union, because you know that you're married together. Your marriage will grow stronger if both of you hold your hands together through thick and thin, in the bad times, in the good times, in the difficult times, when everything is plenty and when there is no plenty, when there is a little sickness, when you people are in good health, when there is, in everything, staying there. That is it. So that is the work. So marriage is work. It is work. Marriage is not something you put on autopilot. It is work. And the work there is commitment. And that's what I have discussed with us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. We really You've actually summarized everything about marriage tonight. And with the help of God and with the help of sweet Holy Spirit, you have opened our eyes to understand that commitment is the bedrock of every good marriage and relationship. And we really, really appreciate you for that. We're actually on the 1 hour max. Even though we have one important question from Mrs. Fumi Omotolashe, I am going to pose the question on the screen, and I would like you to please help us do justice to the question without wasting too much time. And I also think we have to connect you, Mrs. Fumi Omotolashe, with you after the show so that she can get more answer to our question. To summarize the question, Mrs. Fumi Omotalashe was asking about couples in marriage. The husband did not have money. They have one child, and the husband wants the wife to have another child, even though things are difficult for them. And she's asking for our advice regarding how to go about this. And before you answer this question, Ma, we have so many people that join us on this show. Mrs. Fumi Omotalashe is one of them. They come here, ask questions for their loved ones, for their friends, and they go back and act as the marriage counselor to actually talk to these people. So Mrs. Fumi Omotalashe is one of them. I've heard of a lot of testimonies regarding this behind the show before. So I will want you to help us to do justice to it. Mrs. Fumi Omotalashe, if you're still watching us on the show before Mrs. Olajumoke comes back on the show. Okay, she's back. I would like you to do justice to this man, and I pray God will help you.
Is that you cannot. Okay, I believe you can hear me. But let me just read this question again. In a case where the man is the only child of his father before the father died, the man isn't rich. Things are very tight for him. Even to eat or feed the family or to pay the house rent is difficult. He has one child and is longing to have another. Is it advisable to tell the woman to give birth to another child? Tightness in the family is crazy. Oh, please advise. Please, my advice is don't bring a child into a place where you cannot take care of the child. Please. So as much as possible, hold on, right? I want to believe that they are not lazy people. So they are trying, they are working, to get themselves out of that situation. Don't bring a child into a place where you cannot take care of the child, right? So the advice is they should not bring another child into that situation. They should wait until they are able to take care of the child. They have one child already. They should keep taking care of the one that they have until when they have the means to take care of the next one they want to bring into the world. That's what I want to say. And there's something I also want to say, that sometimes when the foundation is destroyed, there is really nothing you can do in marriage. I've had situations where people come for counseling about certain things that that if the foundation was not faulty, you wouldn't have been in this situation. And I'm not talking about this right now. But what made me say this was the fact that there are some men that will say something like, it's God that will take care of the child, or different school of thoughts about raising children, right? Or different things. So there is a way that you have been raised. There is a way that you have seen life. And sometimes if you are not ready to unlearn some things and relearn some things, then it's going to be a problem. So if this person belongs to the school of thought that it's God that is going to take care of the child, there is nothing that you can actually say that will change his mind, right? Because of the way he sees life. But the advice here, in summary, is that it's not advisable to bring a child when things are tight. Take care of the child that you have right now. Let them take care of the child that they have right now. When they have the means, then they can bring another child to this world, basically.
Thank you so
much
for doing justice to that question. And I will second you on that answer, because if the couple decided to bring in another child and they can't afford to take care of that second child, that can actually be an instrument to destroy their marriage. Nagging can come in, and once things are difficult, this can actually cause separation between them if care is not taken. So I believe wisdom is profitable to direct, and I hope Mrs. Fumi Omotalashe was able to grab all the wealth of wisdom that our guest speaker said tonight to encourage and to advise the couples in question. And I would like to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We went past the hour by few minutes. Sorry, we'll try to keep it to 1 hour as the year progresses. And I also want to thank our guest speaker tonight, Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi. Thank you so much, Ma, for allowing God to use you for our viewers at home tonight, for blessing life, for impacting life positively. You don't know what you've done tonight, because a whole lot of people are still going to watch this show after today. And thank you for the seed that you've sown tonight to every marriages, to every life, to every individuals. My prayer is that God, in His infinite mercy, we continue to uphold your marriage, we uphold your home, we uphold your children, and will perfect everything that concerns you this year and beyond, in the mighty name of Jesus. We look forward to seeing you again. And I know that we'll be seeing more of you by the time we start our female child show together. And we know that you'll be coming back more on this married talk show, because there are so many things that we need to discuss to help people better their marriage, their relationship, and their life. And I also want to thank your husband and your children for giving you this opportunity to be with us today. This would not be possible without them supporting you, giving you the backup, and say, go and impact life positively. We really, really appreciate them. God bless them. God bless your children. They will never lack helper in Jesus' name. And God will continue to uphold your marriage, keep the union beautiful, and your union will continue to be a positive example to all in Jesus' mighty name. And we love you. We appreciate you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Ma. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you. And to the viewers,
itself.
Okay.
Okay.
To the viewers at home, thank you so much for joining us back on the Married Talk Show tonight. There won't be any show without you. I really, really appreciate you for joining me. I didn't take this for granted. The show has started, and we will not stop. With the help of God, with the help of sweet Holy Spirit, we will continue to bring great guest speakers here on the show to impact us together positively. And tonight, we'll be giving out free airtime to everybody that joined us from Nigeria, West Africa. Please do us a favor. Drop your phone number in the comment section, especially for people that are joining on YouTube. It is always difficult to get your number or to reach you afterwards. I create your indulgence to please drop your phone number in the comment section. I really, really appreciate you doing this. And don't forget to share this wonderful show on your social media platform with people. This is the best gift you can give to your friends, to your family, and to your loved ones. And this is Cecelia Oluwashom, your host on tonight's Married Talk Show. I really, really appreciate you for joining me. And my prayer is that God will grant you a blessed week, a successful week, and your marriage and home will always be blissful and blessed in the mighty name of Jesus. Until next week, when I come back your way, it's still your girl, Cecelia Ho. I love you all. Keep watching the Married Talk Show and keep making your marriage beautiful and keep making God proud. I love you all. Bye for now. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Yeah, thank you.
You're in my heart.